Okay, so welcome to the Robotics and Artificial Intelligence Meetup number 13. And based on the interests of the members of our community, I think what is more interesting is that we talk about AI projects. The past 2 or 3 sessions, we have been considering reinforcement learning and talking about the cart pole problem in detail. So today we'll have a more casual discussion and talk about general AI projects and how we can do more projects and how we can take up a project, plan it, and find accountability partners and stuff. So today we'll have a shorter meeting where we can probably get to know each other well. Uh, After this introductory presentation, we can do our introductions and do some yeah, general getting to know each other. And then after that, we'll begin with the project ideation discussion. And after that, we can do some casual networking. So, what we do is we focus on learning robotics and artificial intelligence in newer ways. And the main idea is that we take up a project every single week and try to understand it, including theory and code based discussion. And we are a volunteer driven community, which means that participation of all the members in terms of volunteering for the meetups and research paper reading is highly encouraged. And the project doesn't have to be anything fancy. Maybe you encounter some project that you are well informed about, and if you know it to the point that you can share it in the community, I think that would be helpful for everyone, and everyone can participate regardless of age or experience. And at the same time, this meetup video will be recorded and shared on YouTube, so that those who could not join the meetup, they could actually watch on YouTube. And if you want some portion of the YouTube of the recorded video cut from the YouTube video, basically just let me know and I'll eliminate that particular portion. Maybe it's your introduction or some information that you shared. So let's start for today. So let's first begin with the yeah introduction. So there's Aditya and there's another guy. Maybe let's have a brief introductions first. So maybe I can introduce myself first. So my name is Chandandeep Singh. I'm doing my master's thesis here currently in a master's program in robotic systems engineering in Germany. And I'm basically conducting these meetups every single week so that we can learn from each other. Our community basically is now pretty diverse, with the majority being from Germany, and also uh, uh, a lot of people are emerging now from India and also US and other places. So that's from my side. Maybe Aditya, you can give a brief introduction of yourself. Aditya, hello. Yeah, you're audible. Yes. Hmm. Nice. So you'll be starting very soon, actually. So July is coming close. It's great. Okay. And Nilut Polkashyap, can you introduce yourself as well? I'm not sure if. he's able to hear. Hi. Hi, yes, we can hear you now. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay, nice. So you are currently studying computer science, but you want to go into robotics, and you are also planning to do your masters in this area. Okay, great. Welcome. So is this the first time that you're joining, or have you attended before? Okay, that's great. Welcome to the community. How did you get to know about this server? LinkedIn. Okay. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Yeah. Okay, let's start with what we'll be doing today. Since we are very few people today, let's just talk about our project interests and uh, the kind of areas that we are interested in, and then we can just have casual discussion. Yeah, we don't need to cover any project in detail. Probably the reinforcement learning project, we could do it when there are more people who have joined. So what I thought we could do today is that we could, like for example, uh, some of I think all of us would probably be interested in robotics and Ross here in today's meetup. So we could choose an area of interest and decide a few projects that probably you have been thinking of doing, uh, and you want to know how to proceed, and we can select a project, and we can decide how we can probably go about it and just have a casual discussion. I have actually uh, noted down a few links in the chat room where there's a good list of projects in a variety of different fields, ranging from computer vision to machine learning to ROS as well. So you can also check those out, and I think we can you can check out the projects and project exhibition section in the Discord server as well, or you can just Google search, or we can discuss it together what our interests are. I think we can discuss it together. You can also check all these resources if you want to, but I guess today we it would be better if we can select a project together, or discuss a few projects and how we can plan that project, and probably do it as well later, or maybe not, we can just casually discuss it, right? And the idea is that we encourage members of our community to do more projects, and then learn, and then ultimately find accountability partners and make good progress with that. So this is the support that we are trying to offer. Yeah, and for the next meetup, basically what I was thinking is that we can continue with the cart pole balance using Q learning, which we touched last time with the temporal difference method, and we can continue with Q learning next time. But I'd also want to know what you guys think, and I was also thinking that we can do a live coding session. It could be a bit of a challenge, but I'm just using the same code that I have written for Q learning, and we can code from scratch together, and that way it would build a really strong understanding. And since we were building the code together, if some of you get stuck, or you have some doubts, we can all discuss it together. So this is what I think we can do for the coming meetups. But for now, let's talk about our project interests and just generally talking about what projects we want to do. So Krish also joined right now. So welcome, Krish. Maybe you can also briefly introduce yourself. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, so just to reiterate, what we are doing today is we are just discussing what our project interests are, and maybe if some of you want to start with a project, for example, with your startup idea, we can discuss about implementation and stuff, and maybe if there are resources that you want to know about and some of us know, then we can also guide on that. Let's just have a casual discussion knowing your interests and projects today. So yeah, let's maybe start with you, since you have already talked about your startup idea in one of our previous meetups. So maybe you can start, and then we can one by one share our interests. Yeah, yeah. You also we also discussed in detail in one of our previous meetups. So how is it progressing? Like, at which stage are you now?